All right, sir. Good afternoon. The chairman, Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center, our legal department, co-comrades and legal viewers. Queen is the solution alive from Ikeja Allen Avenue branch. Have a case of breach of contract reported by one Mr. Oruabo Amechi office against Mr. Mathew Erotomi. The both parties are live in our office. Please join us as we interview them for a peaceful resolution. Kindly visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Rego, let's hear from you. Why did you report the man here?
Okay. Um, that
And you will
was
speak up.
okay. That was last year. He was building a house in the neighborhood where I live. Uh, as at that, I never knew him before, but I know somebody that is his friend. So it was from there I got to know him. He bought cables from me. He was in my presence. He built the house, completed it, moved in, and he has refused to pay me the money for which I supplied him cable, with which he was able to finish the house. I have made several efforts. I have appealed. I have sometimes it's my money, it's the money I use in doing my business. You don't expect me anytime I call you. You expect I should be begging you for you to pay me. He didn't give me not even a kobo. When his electrician called me to supply the materials, I told him no, you are not the client. Tell your employer to call me by himself, which he did. Before I said, he said he didn't have cash as at that time. I should just supply him the cable. He will pay me on a later date. I agreed because before then I have met him. I see him come to his friend's house, which is very close to my house all the time. Even at that, before he bought the first batch of cable, he paid. I'm not disputing that. He even paid that one before I supplied him that. So it was based on that first one. I just trusted him. So when he requested I should supply this one, I pay me later. I didn't ask any question. I didn't hesitate. I just used my money to because I'm a distributor to a cable manufacturing company here in the state, Pure Cable. I just used my money, process everything, and brought the cable to him. But ever since then, I have called. The funny part, there is no day I call him that he will not make me a promise. Today is Tuesday. If I had called him today, you tell me before Friday. That Friday, I will not hear anything. I'll give him like 2 days just for the benefit of that. I'll call him again. He will tell me the money he was expecting didn't come. And that week he will pay me. We've been that sometimes we quarrel. There was a day I was coming in, he was going out. I had to block him because we've quarreled on the phone twice. I had to block him. I came down from the car. I told him sometimes he does not even pick my call. I will send message to him just as reminder. He will not respond. I just saw him that day. I blocked him. I said, okay, you are owing me money. You are acting as if all is well. It was his friends in the car that came down and was like, it's not as if he's not doing anything about it. People are owing him this. I told them, I said, my greatest anger is I will call you, you will not take my call. If you even take my call, you make me a promise. At the end of the day, you will not fulfill it. Out of the whole sum, he has not even paid, not even a dime out of it. Eventually, he told me that I cannot do him anything. When I told him, we are here now. If you say I threatened you, this is exactly what I was talking about. Because I told him, I said, I don't want us to go public. But if that's what you want, I will make it happen. He said I cannot do him anything. He lives very close to my house. I never wanted to get to this extent. but he left me with no choice. This is almost 1 year. This is the invoice here. This is the date, 13th of it is August, 18th of August 2021. Up to date, he has not even paid a dime. Even the day I met his friend that lives next to my house, I was just complaining to him. His friend told me that he will try and make sure and see if he can be paid. I didn't reject that offer, but till date, I didn't hear anything. I told him the last time I called him, I told him I wasn't going to call you with respect to this money again. If you want to have it, maybe have it, but I did not give you. It is my sweat. I deserve to be paid for materials that I sold to you. You furnished your house. It was in my presence. Bedmate brought furnitures worth millions to your house. And you my own capital that I'm using to do my business, you just seized it for going to 1 year now. And how do you expect me to feel? To be begging you on account of my own money? I won't do that. So that's why I came here to report the matter.
The total goes towards how much?
451,700.
The first one you supplied him was how much?
That one was about 800.
And he made payments.
That one he paid, he even made the payment before I supplied that. It was on the account of that I just trusted him. If he can pay that without me supplying or pay me part payment before the supply, I just felt, what's the point? I can trust him. So I just give him this one without asking for any.
Was there any time he complained that the first product you supplied him was a standard product?
No, not at all.
There was nothing like that.
No.
Okay, let's hear from you, Mr. Mathew.
No, there is no issue. What really happened is such an unfortunate incident.
What that is?
Before I started my house, a quantity surveyor did the bill of quantity for me, and I knew everything that it was going to cost me. I did the job which I had money, and I was having that property there for so many years. I didn't develop it because I didn't have money. So when this money came, I took my time. I did the bill of quantity. I paid for everything of that house before the electrician now came and told me to buy this cable, and I wasn't having money. The electrician now told me he can approach him. He approached him. He said I should call him. He never lied everything he said. It's just unfortunate that since then I've not been able to do business. I survived on the account of my wife since then. So when he comes, I'm running around naturally. If people promise me, it's based on that promise. I also give him promise. When they now fail me, I become ashamed to tell him. I've told him, even that my friend he is talking about now, I hardly go to his place because of him. I'm embarrassed about it. Last week, I even called him and went to him. I said he should go and beg him if I can be paying small, small. He got back to me that he said even if I had been paying small, small, since I can't pay the bulk, my aim is that I didn't want to spoil his capital. So that is why the idea of paying him bit by bit did occur to me. When he occurred to me, I went to that my friend. I said, I don't know how you could help me approach this man. And I promised that my friend that by this Friday, at least if it's 100 or 50, I will give to him, because he now said I should always give to him to go and give him since I can't face him. He told me that on Thursday, which I said is okay. That Thursday, they now called me. The person said it was from human rights to where is my house. I described it. So when I now saw the letter, I said, even that my friend, I was with him all through on Saturday. He came to my house. I did tell him about this letter because I felt if things work out, I will pay him. And I have already promised that my friend that by the grace of God, I was to go to Warri today because there are some scrap. I'm looking somebody to buy. There's no way I won't be able to get commission from it. And said, okay, whatever it is, if it's 100, 200 is my commission on it, I will be able to avail him something. To say he called me, I don't pick his call. No time he called me, I won't answer him.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead, please.
That is my statement. I'm owing him. I did say I'm not owing him, and I'm willing to pay. But this has never worked out for me since after moving into that house. I even told him, he came to my house. I told him, I said, see my boss. I want to go and use it to raise money from a finance firm. And when the boss I bought 2.9, they are telling me 500,000 naira. I'm paying interest of 20%. So I couldn't give it. He saw me with the forms. I showed him. I said, please be patient with me. I'm running around to see everything I could do to pay you. And I'm still willing to pay.
So not that you have any issues with the goods he supplied and you
I
decided
have no
to seize
issue
his money.
with it. I have no issue with his goods. I have not seized his money.
Okay, there is not much time to waste on it.
Yeah.
What you do, we'll give you a payment plan.
Yeah.
You undertake, you pay to this office, not to him anymore.
Okay.
There won't be communication between you and him except from this office. If you have to do with reminder, we'll remind you from this office,
Okay.
and you make the payment to our office while you remit it to him.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But with the payment plan,
Yeah,
madam,
undertaken. Yeah.
with the payment plan, if I have the whole money I give to him, is it not also workable? Must I follow the payment plan?
Now, if you have the undertaking, when you are stating the undertaking, first of all, in order to avoid finding it difficult to remit, you can state the payment plan.
Okay.
But if peradventure you have the whole money, you can make the payment, you can remit it and you'll pay it to him immediately.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry if I may ask. I have incurred expenses on my own part. Is it possible that whatever I have incurred to be added? Because if I want to be difficult, I will not even sell to him the per meter of that cable at that rate which I sold it to him last year, because he has not paid the cover out of it. If I want to be difficult, I will just use the present rate now too. I'm not asking for that, but from what I have spent so far, is it possible for me to ask for a refund of what I have? Because if he had paid me, we won't be here.
Okay, how we do it? Before you register the case,
Yes.
you're supposed to have calculated your expenses and you add to it. When you are giving your statement, if there is anything contrary to the amount you give to us, if you question the amount, then we'll ask you why. You can state. But from our document, right from your form, the undertaking, debt, whatever, and everything, it's already written. So we cannot, we can't alter it, because we also have to.
No problem. No problem.
So if within him, if you think as a gentleman, you look, because trust is the most difficult thing anybody can, you can't buy it from markets. And if you are trusted, it is better you hold that trust seriously, because it's not easy to trust someone. And this have to do, you don't know him and he sees you as a responsible person. Having also paid money ahead before goods were supplied to you, which is the normal thing. You can't say supply, I will pay you, whereas it's not government contract. Even government contract, at times they have to mobilize you. So You made payment to supply. It was a good business relationship between you and him. On that ground, he decided to trust you and supply without payment. Otherwise, nothing would have asked you, okay, sir, because you paid payment first, can you please transfer, even if it is half, so that I'll be able to supply. Which at that point that you have a need of that wire, you will go extra mile, either from your wife, from your friend, and you make the payment, because you can't stay in the house without light and all that. You will still make the payment and he will supply. If he did not bother and he went ahead to supply you, I think he deserved um, he deserved a little compensation, because it's his business money. Tying down 400 and something thousand since last year is almost 1 year. No, if you have the 400,000, even if it is one naira that is using as a turnover, it makes sense. So within you, because he did not come to claim the interest and all that, if you are stating your undertaking, whatever you think you can add to it, just state it. For one, you are now neighbor. Two, you have done business before and you can still do business again. If you have a friend that is building, because there was no issue, if you can even tell him, this my friend had money and I believe you can, if he can patronize you, there is no way you link him up with a friend that he will supply, mostly when it is a building that have to do with a project, that he will not on his own also appreciate you. Sir, thank you for connecting me with this person. This is 100,000, this is 200,000, this is 150. Depends on the volume of the contract and others. So that business relationship, that relationship that have to do with both of you living close to each other as neighbor, let don't, this money is just too small to bring issue between you and him. So what you do, you use your church mind. Whatever you feel you can add to it, write it. When you are remitting, you can also remit. Okay? It's not mandatory, but I'm just saying it. You should put it into consideration.
Well, since he asked for it, I will do. It's, the truth is, he's been nice. I won't lie about that. He's been nice, but there are times things don't work out as any person plan. That I was promising him is based on money other people are owing me. But when the people fail, I can't get back to him because of shame.
Yeah.
This is somebody who did something only with a call from me. So I feel bad about it every day. There is no day that breaks. I don't think about this money. I don't have any other thing bothering me.
God will bring it. Because you must be alive to pay the money. Don't go and think and your enemy have stroke. Please.
You know,
Yeah. You
I
just
don't,
talk to your wife.
nothing
She has been a
bothering me,
wonderful wife,
nothing.
and still talk to her so that she can support.
No, if she has the money, I would have done that. Women issue. She asked me to build a house. I wanted to build. I have approached her, but I still appreciate her because she puts the food on the table for over a year for me.
God will say rest.
And if her salary was good enough, it's not government work. What is it? She will give me that I trust she can do.
God will perfect it, sir. So what you do, you write your name here, your address, then you write the undertaking. Like the um, total of four.
She said 451, 700.
Here is the invoice.
Just hold on, sir. 451, 700. And how much do you think you can add to him?
I'll make it 500,000. Round figure.
It's okay. I believe that should be okay by you.
I'm fine. I just
Can we make the payment plan 3 installments?
Installment is
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, that is one 167,000. One moment.
Make it 4 installments.
4 installments.
Yes, so that it will be easy for me to remember.
That is 125.
125 each.
Yes. Starting from August ending to November. August, September, October, November, yes. So you can stake it there. You undertake to be remitting the sum of 125,000 naira every month to the human rights account in respect of a debt of 500,000 of Mr. What is it? Oh, goods is supplied to you on 4 installments, and the whole sum can be paid if the cash is available on or before that. Then one. Uh, mm, mm, mm. Is it on Amino Kingsley? $1 ládùn Kingsley kóòtù ìdálàjà yẹn wá táyàn pààyàn wá bìí lò. $1 ládùn ká àìjù. So you now use the iron to do what? Hello. Just, just calm down. Let's. I'm not take it late to sell anything. No. Yeah. Just calm down. Let him go and show who he sold the iron to. They'll collect the iron for them, but you can't do the iron for 5,000. Let him just go and show the owner who he sold the iron to. I did not sell him to fake any iron. He just lying. Just don't shout to raise your BP. Let him just show you. Okay. Hello. Yeah. Okay. The payment will be made through human rights defender and
Okay.
access to justice office. Yes. You will sign when you see defendant. Sign your name,
Okay.
your signature and date. Yeah. Signature, date.
26.
27.
27.
Today is
26.
26? Why did this guy tell me it's 27? They will reject that to me.
Well, they told you 26.
26.
Mm.
New year. 26. So,
And to sign defendant here. Date.
this was the sign I didn't want to sign.
Yeah, but that one is mandatory because we must interview both of you.
The interview must be recorded.
Yeah, that's how it's done here. It's written outside. You sign where there's complainant. Sorry, this is red file.
No, I won't sign this one.
Well,
Ready
if you
to.
did at least okay, it's already done. Go and record it. Okay. Are you on it?
Yes.
Do it immediately. There is no other issue again. He will not deny you the fact that he's showing you. And if both of you were able to find a way to discuss this modality, I don't think you will drag him here. And we equally stand for a mediation, not to ridicule anybody or not to like put unnecessary pressure on anybody. Just like it's done, the undertaking is already written, and we believe it's not going to default in that. And also, if you are being owed, except who is owing you with the money, or they literally don't want to pay you the money. When you see a situation where somebody is complaining bitterly like this, and your money is in custody of the person, while you are praying, put the person in prayer. Because one door is open for that person, your money will come to you. I thought because there are some people you maybe if they supplied because so many people supplied substandard wires. Maybe when you were supplying, the Wire noticed that you supplied substandard and you supply again, they just want to do recover it in hand. It's lost in your hand. That is what I asked. Then he said no, there was no complaint, meaning he had financial issues. And let's believe by God's grace, everything will be sorted out. It's okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful.
Yeah, bless you. Afternoon. Yes, please. 3. Yeah. Yeah. No. Eh? Not 800 though. 8. Yes. Then I think there are 3. Yes. No, it's 3. Yes, please. Thank you. All right. Thanks. Yeah. On this side. On this side. All right, viewers, thank you for being with us. We'll be back in a moment. I don't know what is our network problem today, but we still have to take it as we say it. We can't kill ourselves. God bless. We'll be back in a moment.